Hello, and welcome to a review of the anime Great Teacher Onizuka, or GTO for short. The original anime series ran for 43 episodes from 1999 to 2000, and follows the misadventures of Akechi Onizuka, a 22-year-old high school teacher and ex-gang leader who teaches his students life lessons using insane methods and somehow without getting charged up the ass. Yes, another Japanese anime about high school. Hooray! The series involves Akechi Onizuka's interactions with his incredibly difficult students, and is one of the few slice-of-life animes, outside of maybe Welcome to the NHK, that I've really grown to love. Let's do a quick rundown of the characters. Onizuka is the lovable protagonist, as an immature young adult who barely seems to have even a grip on his life, yet teaches his students how to live theirs. He's a virgin and incredibly perverted, as half of the reason he even wanted to become a teacher was just so he could have spent time with high school girls in skirts. However, while most of the time, Onizuka is just the hilarious, fun-loving, and awesome teacher that you wish you could have had, he does have a rather badass persona about him when push comes to shove, as this ex-gang leader is quick to put people in their place. These contrasting sides to Onizuka make him an amazing and unpredictable lead character, and he's what made this show amazing as the engine of the series. The other major characters are pretty much just other high school students, but according to this anime, high school students are like demons, finding any way they can to make other people's lives absolutely miserable. And like some kind of Bond villain or Shakespearean antagonist, they're all obsessed with revenge to the point where it's kind of disturbing. You have characters like Kikuchi, the smart guy because he has glasses, the whiny yet good-natured Kunio, the mischievous genius Kanzaki, and Tomoko, the girl with several burdens. There's also the incredibly and hilariously neurotic vice principal, the naive and good-natured Miss Fuyutsuki, and many other minor characters that really round out the experience. To be honest, all of the characters outside Onizuka are rather, well, normal. But the genius of the series is that the interesting stuff comes from how other characters react to Onizuka and play off of him. The series purposely creates a world of monotony, filled with modern-day issues. But Onizuka is such a great contrast to that, and this is what makes the series worth watching. He's such an eccentric character, like a Willy Wonka or a Sherlock Holmes. You never get inside their heads, but you feel like you're on the other side, experiencing the same things the other characters see in relation to this character. Furthermore, I know this is a bold statement, but Great Teacher Onizuka may be the funniest show I've ever seen. Just the facial animations, the situations, and well-written dialogue, they just all led to some fantastic and natural comedy.
Congratulations, teacher! You passed!
You know, there's a name for people like you. I'll give you a hint. It starts with B, and it ends with Och. Now be a good little girl and go home. I don't have time for this crap.
I'm one of those guys who doesn't really laugh out loud when he's alone, but GTO had me dying of laughter all the time, which is more than I could say for most supposedly comedic shows. GTO doesn't have a paced story per se. The episodes do move in a linear pattern, but like any slice of life, it never feels like they're really working towards something, just getting by. This means that this isn't a show that you'll probably marathon. It's probably good for an episode or two a night. Although each episode follows a specific pattern, I feel like they did this on purpose. The show is about dealing with the monotony of life, and you know pretty much what the end result will be at the conclusion of an episode, but the unpredictable nature of Onizuka always makes things a blast to watch. Of course, the show always has some kind of message to say, but it really didn't feel shoved down your face like, I don't know, a Shaq message.
Hope you had some fun and you learned some lessons. Today's lesson, don't be raping.
The show deals with real issues like bullying, depression, consumerism, and more. I liked how the show addressed these modern issues and also how they portrayed teachers like actual people, showing that they're not all dream-eating, condescending jerk-offs. Great Teacher Onizuka gets bonus marks for not sugarcoating anything, and it wouldn't give you a happy ending all the time. An example of that is episode 36, Self-Improvement. That was one of the best episodes, and it barely featured the titular teacher. Yet it was so shocking and revealing while maintaining its humor, making it one of my favorite episodes. Yes, so most of the time, you learn a lesson along with these students, but I did feel like some of the messages were either wrong or sort of dangerous. The show had an interesting lesson about teaching methods and solutions to everyday problems. But everything was obviously exaggerated, which is a given because of the medium. The animation in GTO wasn't especially noteworthy. Again, they used lots of gray to reiterate the monotony. The characters were animated well for a 1999 anime, and it didn't look ugly or anything. I did really like the facial animations again they used, as they did an excellent job of creating humor through just the visuals alone. The music was great as well, but not incredibly memorable outside the main theme. The voice acting was what really stole the show for the most part. The English dub was very well done, with the voice talent of Steve Bloom, aka the legendary Spike Spiegel, as Onizuka. As always, he did an excellent job of merging lighthearted with badass, as most of the other voice actors did a pretty good job as well. However, some of the students do sound like, how do I put it, ripe ass, but the dub was excellent and faithful for the most part. So, Great Teacher Onizuka is an anime that I could easily recommend to most people. It's absolutely hilarious, with a good head on his shoulders too. Although it has some minor flaws, and not all of the episodes are consistently strong, GTO is still a classic anime that you really should check out. That's all I gotta say, so thanks for watching.
Alright.
Thank you very much, teacher.
Like a sweet, beautiful fantasy.